Hey VC, Uncle Roddus back again. Just a quick lunchtime video. Got home for lunch today and found a bunch of records on the doorstep. A very busy day on the doorstep. Just been waiting for these for a while. What's playing in the background? Nocturnal Projections. Complete studio recordings. I've been waiting. This is about a month overdue. Out of the States, reissue of New Zealand's Nocturnal Projections, which was the pre-runner to the This Kind of Punishment, which I showed recently. So This Kind of Punishment had two of their albums reissued on Superior Viaduct, and this is out of the US on Roddus Records. So a lot of you guys, if you're into that are in the States, and if you're collecting New Zealand music, you probably already have these, because they did take a bloody long time to get here. So this is what's playing in the background. This is so they released like a couple of EPs, I think, really back in the day. Very, very hard to get your hands on. So that was waiting on the doorstep finally this morning, and then this one here, which is also on Roddus Records, Nocturnal Projections. Inmates and Images. This is a collection of live recordings. Let's see. Doesn't actually tell me much on the back. We'll read the first ever vinyl live and rare collection from Nocturnal Projections. Yeah, basically a bunch of live. This says limited edition of 400 on grey vinyl. That's interesting. Oh, look at that, I did too. I got a grey one. That was a bit of a luck of the draw. I understand there are some other coloured versions of the other one I showed, but I didn't get a coloured version. I ordered these pre-order through Flying Out. It's like a marble grey, it's quite cool. Yeah, I ordered these through Flying Out, and it's a little bit of a luck of the draw what you're going to get from them, to be honest. So yeah, I wasn't expecting that, but yeah, the other one is just the pure black vinyl. Doesn't say here how limited edition. I mean, it won't be a huge pressing. Anyway, so that's really cool. I'm really excited to have these. This is actually side 2 playing. I've listened to side 1. I'm very familiar with the voice, but then of course I know it from the other albums, but I'm pretty sure I've heard these guys back in the day, but I don't recognise anything too much as far as songs are concerned just yet, so I haven't heard all of them yet. Last week arrived in the mail this from Sarah Mary Chadwick, her 4th album. She's a Kiwi, ex-Kiwi, or expat Kiwi living in Melbourne nowadays. Used to be in a band called Batrider. I've showed several of her records before. Sugar Still Melts in the Rain, the songs of Sarah Mary Chadwick. This one here is a bit more fleshed out than her previous ones, and frankly, this is awesome. I'm really enjoying this. She's got a very distinctive voice and a real Kiwi accent. Yeah, really interesting way of singing. Very rude. Sorry if anyone offended. Very rude artwork on the back. I won't show that too much more. Yeah, no, really impressed with that album actually. She's it's definitely her best. It's her 4th album, like I say, her 4th solo album. I've got all 4 of them. I haven't given them a huge amount of attention, but this has had several plays, and I'm really impressed. Timi Wilson has finally got a new album out after her fantastic Don't Be Afraid LP that came out in 2016, I think. Sassafras. It's her 3rd album on vinyl, but it's probably like about her 6th. I think she's got at least 2 to 3 CD albums previously released. I've never heard any of them. This is very soul. She's a real retro woman. She does a lot of. I mean, her last album was kind of bluesy, Americana-y sort of, real mix of stuff. And then she did an earlier one I showed, Dynamite, which is, yeah, very 50s style. This is very soul. My wife likes it more than I do. I like it, and Timi's just an awesome voice. It's still growing on me, to be honest, but yeah, it didn't grab me as much as her last album. This is an unusual record. This just arrived last week. Cody Nielson birthday suite. Cody Nielson apparently was in a band called the Mint Chicks. I don't have any Mint Chicks records. I've heard a couple of tracks and I do like them, and I will pick one up if I see them around. There is a reissue of one of the Mint Chicks albums on a double 45 RPM vinyl, but it's like $80 brand new to buy it, and it's fairly common. You see it around a lot. I might pick it up from Flying Out when I get enough credits and not have to pay for it, but $80 for a record is a lot. I would have preferred it if it was just a single album at 33, to be honest. I mean, you know, the 45 RPM LPs are supposed to be more superior recording quality, but to be honest, a lot of New Zealand bands don't record that high. A lot of them are very low-fi, and I'm not sure on the Mint Chicks, but anyway, this is Cody Nielson. He was also in a band called Silicon, who I've never heard or don't have any music of. His brother I showed recently, I'm trying to think of his first name now. His brother is in Unknown Mortal Orchestra, whose new album I showed a couple of videos back. Anyway, this is all music. Is there vocals on this? I don't think there was there? It's all instrumental, electronic sort of stuff. It's got a very library music feel to it, actually, modern library music. On Friday night, me and the wife went to see the Milltones again. They are an awesome young New Zealand band who have a record out from last year that won debut album of the year. I've shown the Milltones record. Very laid back 70s sort of Fleetwood Mac fused with Americana, and I really liked it. I love the album, and they are a great live band. This time, we saw them last year as well. This time it was a bit more of a rocking thing. Gig last year was a Sunday sit down, so there were tables out and we sat down and had a few drinks, maybe something to eat, and listened to them play, and they were really good, and they were, you know, obviously a bit more restrained, but this time they let loose and they were fantastic live. Supporting them was a lady called Emily Fairlight, and she just released this LP a few weeks back and basically was selling it on tour. I mean, I don't know where else you can buy it, to be honest. It's not in the shops that I've seen around, and I'm sure it will turn up eventually. So she's a solo singer-songwriter. She actually had a band playing with her to open the gig, and which was surprising. I thought she'd probably just be doing it solo. So the band playing some of the material off this, and this is quite a nice album. I've had a listen to it on Bandcamp before I bought it, and then a couple of listens after I bought it back on Saturday, and yeah, really cool. So pleased to have that. Yeah, this is her first LP. Yeah, she's only a young lady. Singer-songwriter. She's got an interesting voice which didn't come across through the microphone very well on Friday night, but on the record she sounds really good. So today, as well, arriving today in a separate parcel, but you know, it was on the doorstep when I got back at lunchtime. This is a New Zealand outfit. There's two pictures of two women. Is it the same woman, or are there two women? I don't know. The Deep Niche is the name of the album, with the Garbage and the Flowers. Now, I heard a track off this Eyes of Johanna off one of Chris's radio shows quite some time ago, and I had this on my want list through a WOW HD website where we actually can pick up occasional New Zealand stuff, and really cheap, and I paid under $30 for this, including postage, and it comes from the States. So these were put out on Grapefruit. Grapefruit are a limited edition kind of, I think they're in a subscription thing. They do it, you can subscribe and get all these records through them, fairly limited. So I'm not sure how they managed to get hold of a copy on that sort of website, but picked it up. It's very lo-fi, folky, solo, almost sounds solo. There's several names mentioned on the recordings. Yeah, so yeah, very lo-fi. I'm not sure yet. The Eyes of Johanna song on side 2, I really enjoyed it on the show, but this is, yeah, I know, it might take a wee bit of getting used to be honest. And then finally, this one here was one I'd sort of heard of, and I actually just came across it somehow when I was browsing the other day on the same site, WOW HD. French for Rabbit Spirits. I think from 2014 or something. This is sort of, yeah, they call it dream pop. I think it's listed as on Discogs. This is actually really nice. This is a really nice album. Actually, really. I mean, put it on and instantly you had that vibe that, hey, this is quality stuff and some good songs. Take a wee bit of getting into it and used to it, but I think it's pretty cool for sort of not. There is a fair bit of dreamy sort of music coming out in New Zealand, and it's pretty good. I guess it's not that commercial in the type that they're doing, but so yeah, I picked that up for under $30 too. So really good, and it actually arrived in good condition. They actually packaged it fairly well. There was a tiny ding in one corner, but I mean, to be honest, if you're going to get records in the mail, you're going to expect the odd little ding, no matter how good people package them. It's a pretty hard thing to do. So that was cool. So that's my bunch of records. I have one more record in the post, which will be arriving in the next week or so, and that's about all I've got ordered at the moment. But there are a bunch of fairly recent new releases in the pipeline. I'm just waiting for enough funds to come together so I can purchase them. Yeah, so all New Zealand again. So yeah, my New Zealand collection is growing in leaps and bounds again this year. And unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but there are just so many new New Zealand releases coming out that I can't afford to buy much else. I do have a tax refund coming in the next few weeks, so hopefully I might get down to Penny Lane and pick up some other stuff, because yeah, I love collecting New Zealand music, but I also like collecting a lot of other different types of music and that. So anyway, that's all, folks. Have a happy vinyl collecting, and it's midwinter now, or not midwinter, but it's early June, but it's a crappy, cold, miserable, wet day out there, and I've got to go back out to work in a minute. So what a bummer. Okay, catch you later.